everybody. It's Anna Little here with Atlantic Shores. We are joining you today for Zooming in with Jason Herring. He is our athletics and fitness coordinator. He is a certified personal trainer here at Atlantic Shores. We are in one of our apartments. We are in the Chesapeake Villa. It's a detached 1,600 square foot, 3-bedroom home, beautiful. We chose this location for a reason because we are going to talk a little bit about some of the amenities that our residents enjoy here at Atlantic Shores. We are distanced and we are masked because we are waiting to come out of this COVID pandemic just like you are. But Jason was really gracious and agreed to come and talk to me on camera about how to let you know what we do at Atlantic Shores with exercise and fitness, and give us some ideas for workouts and exercises that you can do at home so that you can stay fit and healthy until everyone can get back to some semblance of normal again. So Jason, thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really appreciate you being here. What would you normally be doing at this time with residents? Tell us a little bit about what you do in a day.
Every day is a little bit different. Most days I'm definitely teaching something, but I do a lot of other fun things like go on walks with residents, walk their dogs. I do some other things behind the scenes, trying to coordinate events, and also help out anywhere I can. So usually in the afternoon, I'll be doing some personal training, or I'd be doing something in the office having to do with creating programs or doing something to help benefit the residents.
Now, so once in a while, Jason, you'll see him in a Santa Claus suit. Occasionally, really once a year, you'll see him in a bunny suit, because Jason is one of those people on our staff here at Atlantic Shores that does anything it takes to make it happen. So I had to share that, because behind this Ravens mask is perhaps the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus, but most importantly, a really key player on our team here to keep all the residents that live at Atlantic Shores fit and healthy and happy. So what types of classes, like group classes, do you have here scheduled?
So we have a variety of classes. We do both physical classes and mental classes. So we have like your Tai Chi, your meditation type classes, but then we also have, like, for example, in the pool, we have one day would be HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training. The next day will be range of motion, so really slow, really big movements, because we have a variety of different residents here at Atlantic Shores. So we want to make sure that we have something for everybody. So a couple of the big classes that residents really love is our TheraBand class.
Okay.
And if you don't know what TheraBand is, think of a giant rubber band that's not attached. So all you do is you just pull it apart and then you bring it back. We do a variety of different exercises like that. And chair yoga also, which is one of my favorite classes to teach, is one of the classes the residents really love.
I know that I've passed by the anchor room and seen like 30 and 40 people in the TheraBand classes. So it's a really popular one and really fun to do. And the great thing about having Jason and our team here in resident services is that everybody has a different ability level. So they're able to offer these classes and individual training and set up training programs for people in our gym or in the pool that are appropriate for your fitness and your ability level. So Jason's going to show me a few things that you can do at home right now, today, or any day for that matter, to just make sure you keep that blood flowing, keep your muscles toned until we get back to normal. But you know, outside is not off limits. So don't forget that outside is one of the best places that you can get some exercise. We wanted to bring you inside the home here today so you could see that it really is a possibility to do exercises at home and not take up a lot of space, and also to be safe. So Jason, where do we start?
Well, actually, that's exactly where we start. The first thing we want to remember is safety is first. Safety is key. So what I'm going to show Anna today is a bunch of different exercises, but there's going to be modifications also. So if you don't feel comfortable doing something or it's painful, hopefully I can show you a modification that you can use at home. Second of all, make it fun. Put some music on, open the doors up a little bit, wear some crazy clothes, anything to make it a little bit more fun. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume that we're starting out first thing in the morning or after maybe sitting on the couch watching some Netflix. So we're a little tight, so we're going to warm up a little bit. So we're going to stand up nice and tall. All we're going to do, we're just going to roll those shoulders back.
See, this is my favorite thing to do.
This is the one when you're in the office for a while, you really just roll it back nice and big, and then when you're done with that, just roll forward. Think big circles. Now let's go to the hands for a little bit. Pretend you're playing the piano.
Which you don't want to hear me do.
Me neither. So we're going to first start out playing a slow song. So this is where you can make it fun. Think of a slow song that you love. You can sing it out loud, you can sing it in your head, but now we're gonna switch songs. We're gonna go to a little faster song. And that's all we're gonna do. Play that piano, sing that song. One of my favorites, it's called Baby Bye Bye. So think of a little baby, hands wide open, and they're saying bye-bye. So they close them and just open them. Make it as big as you can, stretch those fingers out. Perfect. Now we're gonna relax those arms just for a little bit. We're gonna roll it back. Like Anna said, one of the favorites, and we're gonna roll them forward.
Is it bad if you hear crackling?
I think everybody does.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
let's go to the lower body for a little bit. So this is a great modification. If balance is something that you kind of struggle with, or you feel that you don't have the ability to do it without holding on to something, grab a chair. Grab something that's stable, that's not gonna move. I'm gonna show you holding on. All we're gonna do is just slowly lift our knees up.
I'm gonna have to hold on to.
And down.
I hear Jason crackling, so don't feel bad if you're crackling.
We're going to do this one for a little bit because I want you to explain that this is a good example of how everybody is a little bit different. So you notice that we're really raising our knees very high. That might not be an ability that you can do right now. So you just go as high as you can. Because really all we're doing, we're just warming up. And then finally to the feet, we're going to bring them close together. Heels are going to go up and down, up, down. Now let's raise those toes up and down, up.
I mean, I feel pretty comfortable with my balance, and even doing that, I feel like I should hold on to a chair. So definitely don't feel like you shouldn't take a precaution if you need it. And Jason and I were talking earlier about having your phone. If you live alone and you're doing some exercises in your home, it's probably a really good idea to have your cell phone with you, just in case for some crazy reason something happens and you fall or you need a little bit of help. Have your phone near you, because that way, you know, you're not living here at Atlantic Shores yet. And here we have an emergency response system. So everybody has sort of an extra layer of safety and peace of mind when it comes to that. So if you don't have that extra layer of safety and, you know, backup at home, just have your phone near you.
Right.
It's good to
Exactly.
know. Yeah.
So I think we're nice and warmed up.
Yeah.
Now, what we're going to do, a variety of different exercises, kind of go from the head to the feet. First, we're going to start with something that you might have heard the song Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. We have a little modification to it. So with our fingertips, we're going to touch our head, our shoulders, hips, and to the knees. So just a little bend and then back up. So head, shoulders, hips, and knees. Let's do one more. Head.
No, normally, what would you suggest people do if they're doing this? Like, do this 5 times, do a routine and then repeat it again a couple of times?
You know, I'm glad you asked that because like we have been talking about, everybody is different. So the idea is you want to challenge yourself. So let's say you do 2 or 3 and that really feels like you're challenging yourself. Well, that's going to be kind of your number.
Okay.
You might want to do 10, 15. So everybody's a little bit different. So don't overdo it, but you want to challenge yourself just a little bit.
And then that brings me to another question. So Jason, when someone moves in here at Atlantic Shores and they finally are made an introduction to you, what do you suggest they do? Do you do an evaluation and you help set someone up on an exercise program, or do you help somebody if they already have one? How does that usually work?
Well, every resident that moves in gets a free fitness evaluation.
Okay.
And basically, it's just a few tests, and there's no right, there's no wrong, but it gives you basically where you're at. So around 7,000 seniors, 55 and up, were given these tests, and so a graph was made based on age, gender, and then what you accomplished. You can kind of see what you probably should work on a little bit more and what you're really, really excelling at. Like, for example, when I take the test, I know my flexibility for my upper body is lacking, so that's something I really try and focus on. Some people, it might be either balance, it might be muscle strength. So everybody that moves in gets that free evaluation. So once we do that, we give you your results back, and then we give you different classes and exercises that you can do at home for the exercises, or we'll do during the class, and you can kind of decide what you feel comfortable with.
But I was going to say, it's good to know that's not a pass-fail.
Yeah,
that is an assessment of where you are, maybe where taking into consideration what you want to do. If you want walking a mile a day to be part of your routine, then you take your assessment and Jason can suggest exercises to help you get to your goal. So It's not a pass-fail.
Exactly.
It's achieving a goal and setting a goal. So, all right, what are we going to do next?
Let's extend our arms out wide. So palms down, we've all done this. We're just going to make small circles going forward. Now we're going to do a variation of this. What you want to make sure is don't go above your shoulders. So keep them nice and small. Now we're gonna sink those hands down a little bit more to make them medium.
See, I want to like fly my arm out.
Nice, slow, and controlled. Now we're gonna sink them all the way down to those legs, and we're gonna make them big. Good.
All right.
Now with this one, it's really cool because there's a couple variations. I'll bring my arms up. So we started palms down. You can do palms forward with the same exercises. You can do palms backwards with the same exercises. And speaking of backwards, you can also go backwards when we do it.
There you go.
So there's
I
always
can feel my shoulders
ways.
warming up just with no weight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now let's drop those arms down.
Thank you.
Palms are facing forward.
Okay.
You're gonna keep your elbows locked at your side. Now all you're gonna do is bring your hands up to tap your shoulders and back down. Now notice both of our hands are open. You don't have to make fists, especially if arthritis is something you're dealing with. Keep those hands open, relax them. And as you bring them up, you're just squeezing your muscles. Now Anna's gonna keep going. I'm gonna show you something pretty cool. Maybe this is just not really challenging enough. You probably have something at your house that you can hold. For example, we have these water bottles right here. And what I would do, take my water bottles, hold them in my hand, bring them down, and bring them up. Still squeezing. My water bottles are full of water, so we're adding a little bit of extra weight.
See, I'm glad that you're doing that with something that somebody would have just like kind of hanging around the house. You could do that with a can of green beans.
Yeah.
You could do it with a can of pineapple. Depends on what you prefer.
Exactly.
But anyway, it adds you, what, maybe a pound?
About a pound, yeah.
Okay.
And what I tell residents is everybody has grocery bags probably at their house. If you have a grocery bag and put a couple things in it, you can add and subtract weight. So depending on how you're feeling that day. Now we're going to move to our core, and we're going to stand up with our legs apart this time. And all we're going to do is we're going to cross our arms. Now with this exercise, make sure we're going to go really, really slow because we want to protect our lower back. But we're looking forward, and all we're going to do is we're going to twist to our left and then back to the middle.
I'm glad I went the right way.
There you go, good. And then to the other side. Good. And the whole time you're doing this, you're squeezing your stomach nice and tight, but make sure you're not holding your breath. Good.
He keeps reminding me to do all the things that
I'm
not
reminding
doing.
myself.
Breathe, Anna, breathe.
All right, relax those arms.
Okay.
Those feet are still far apart. Now we're going to do a squat. Basically, a squat is standing up in reverse. So you can do whatever you want with your hands. I usually hold them just right in front of me. But all you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees like you're sitting in the rocking chair. Good. Now the most important thing with this is I'm going to turn to the side so you see. What we don't want is this. We don't want those knees coming forward in front of the toes. Stick your rear end out so your knees just go right above your ankles and then down.
Look at that form, Jason.
I'll do one more.
All right, and so you were telling me about the option to do that with a chair.
Yeah, so like I said, the squat is basically a reverse stand-up. So what we're going to do now is an actual stand-up. This is one of the most beneficial exercises because we all do it. So a little rhyme goes with this. As you're sitting back, I always tell residents and friends, think about nose over toes and then explode. And what I mean by that is as you're leaning forward like we normally would, when your nose go over your toes, you want to explode all the way up.
All right.
And then when you're sitting down, remember, rear and back, nose over toes, explode. Let's do one more.
All right, so Jason, during the pandemic, when people do binge watching and they do a lot of sitting, I would think this and several of these could be done just in a break, on a commercial break, or a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there.
Well, we bring out something called healthy happenings.
Okay.
Which is essentially little things you're having to do with health and fitness that you can do at home. One of the things we did is it was almost like a little competition with yourself. I gave them a few exercises, and their task was to see how many they could do during a commercial.
I feel like I should still be sitting.
So one of the ones was what we did with the bicep curls.
Okay.
So during a commercial, they would just do bicep curls, and the idea was remember the number that you did and try and build on that. So maybe I did 6. Well, tomorrow, the next day, I'm gonna try and see if I can do 7.
Or add a weight, or add that water bottle.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's so many different ways you can make it fun and exciting. Those are just a couple of them. Look, since we're standing, let's go back to the lower body.
He's not going to give me a break today, folks.
Oh, no. So we're going to do leg lifts. And when lifts, that means you're going to go the same speed up and down. So I'm going to use my right leg. I'm going to lift it forward and then come back. And I know what I challenge myself with most is when I'm coming back, making sure I'm going the same speed as I went forward.
Now, so Jason, since people are watching and wanting to learn more about Atlantic Shores while we're exercising and starting to sweat, I wanted to let everybody know that we're here and we're working, and we are working with people over the phone. We're doing video tours and FaceTime appointments so that people can come in and still see our community and see what life is like at Atlantic Shores, even in time like we're in right now. So if you'd like to do that, all we need to do is just visit our website. It's atlanticshoresliving.com.
Right.
I think we got pictures of you on there.
I think, and my dog.
I think so, and Tucker. So go to atlanticshoresliving.com and just let us know, do a contact form, let us know that you want to have us call you or reach out to you, show you around the community. Coming up here at 3 o'clock, we're getting ready to go and do the daily shout out, which is where staff and some of the residents and gosh, even a few visitors from outside who are celebrating special things come in and do a parade every day around the neighborhood with music, and everyone comes out just to be able to wave and say hi and see other people. So it's really fun. And I think it's creeping up on us. So what's going to be our final? What's going to be our final?
One more thing. We're going all the way down the body. Let's go below the knees now. So feet are together or close, and all we're going to do, heels up and down.
I always love that.
Up and down. Good. Now Anna's going to keep going. I'm going to show you something that I do with residents if they want to make it more challenging. Is when we go up, we hold it.
I'm glad he didn't make me do that.
Good. Now we're going to go to the toes now. We're just going to lift them up and down.
I don't know if you can see our toes in the video, but I was cheating a little bit.
And this is one of the exercises that if you've never done it before, it's going to feel weird. So that's why it's really key to have something close to you that you can hold on to.
And then also after doing this, if you haven't exercised in a while, or you start on gung-ho like I always do on a routine, and you do something 2 or 3 days in a row, you're going to be sore. Right. So I guess, you teach people how to do stretching and, how to deal with that, because the best thing you can do is to also continue that routine and not give up if it's a little bit sore.
Right, exactly.
So I think that's what Jason's here for. He's here with a team of people in resident services that put together so many programs for our residents, tailored to their specific needs and also appealing to a group crowd. So It's really awesome. Yeah. We're lucky to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
What else do we have?
Well,
is that it?
We have to end with a little breathing.
Okay.
So if you have a shoulder problem,
hard to do in a mask.
I don't want you to go above your shoulders, but we're going to have hands down by your side. We're going to take a deep breath in, and as we do, we're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling and then down. Let's do one more. Deep breath in through your nose and out. And that's it.
Awesome. Jason, thank you. I appreciate it. I want to high five you. I want to hug you, but we're not doing that right now. And I just want to remind everybody again, go to atlanticshoresliving.com and visit the website. Tell us if you'd like for us to give you a call or schedule a virtual visit. And then, one day when you live here, Jason can train you too. In fact, if you wanted to come on campus in a few weeks and meet him face to face and maybe join one of our exercise classes, we'd be happy to work that out for you. So thanks for watching us. Zoom into Atlantic Shores again next week for a taste of life at Atlantic Shores, where I tell you all about retirement living and what's involved with that and why it could be a good decision for you. So thank you and have a great day. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.